train your Gavin. Read those books in a blink, oh yeah. Grab yourself a hot drink cause you're watching How to Train Your Gavin. Yep, that's me.
Hey guys, welcome back to How to Train Your Gavin. It's that time of the month again where we play your TBR, right? And unlike last month or October, I'm not going to be late with this one, I hope. I haven't edited this yet, so we'll see. So if you do not know, Play Your TBR, right, is a TBR game that I play every month. I was inspired by a lot of the BookTube TBR games that are on BookTube, starting with Cody from Cody's Book Corner, of course, with her Wheel of TBR, Becca with Becca's Bookopoly, Jade with Jade's TBR Pursuit, all of that, and so much more. But I did put my hat in the ring a few months back, and honestly, I've been regretting it ever since. It is essentially a card game where I put 5 cards between a book that I really want to read and a book that I do not want to read, and I have to turn the cards over one by one, guessing if the next card is going to be higher or lower than the previous card. And if I lose, then I end up having to read the book that I don't want to read. Or, you know, I'm not going to be that torturous to myself. It's going to be books that I do kind of want to read, but not as much as the book that I really want to read, you know. So that's just a Cliff Notes version. There are some rules and things, which I will get into a little bit later on. Firstly, though, I do want to say November is a huge month for me because I am hosting Believathon, which is a month-long readathon dedicated to reading children's books. So that can be from picture books to young children's books to children's to middle grade. There are so many different kind of branches of that, but as long as it's from, you know, toddler to middle grade, then that is fine. Unfortunately, not including young adult or adult books, but that's okay because there are thousands of readathons for YA and adult books, so middle grade needs all of the readathons. So this will actually be the 3rd round that I've hosted. It is going to be a full month. There is a proper story. I do have a compendium that you can download for free. I will leave a link to the website and the announcement video and everything down in the description box with all of the information that you need. Everything is free, of course, that you can get, but there is a compendium that you can either get on Amazon or download it for free online, and it does tell you the entire story because, you know, obviously I want a bit extra. There's a bit of a choose your own adventure story like I did with Believathon 2 back in May, but it has 13 prompts and you have to try and find out who stole the missing Maleficarum, and there's going to be a big story through my vlogs as well, so I would highly recommend checking out the vlogs that I will be putting up in November to find out who actually stole the Maleficarum, and it's going to be a big reveal on the last day of Believathon. I cannot wait. So yes, you can do that. So there are 13 prompts. You can double up. So I will get into like my Believathon TBR and stuff a bit later on. There are other readathons happening in November, and there are a few that I want to shout out first and I want to try and participate in as well. So there is the 1000 Doors Readathon, which has been hosted by Meg from Meg with Books, Tasman from Tea Books and Tasman, and Emma from Drinking by My Shelf. So they're hosting it. It's a bit of it's such a fantastic idea behind it, and it's like you can't really plan your TBR ahead, but I will link all the announcement videos down in the description box as well, so you can check that out and find out like the crazy concept behind this readathon. So I'm excited to see if I will be able to fit books that I've chosen in this TBR, or the cards have chosen for me in this TBR, into that readathon. Another month-long readathon is IndigAthon, which has been hosted by Michelle at Thor Wants Another Letter and Brody at 2Brody, and I will link them down in the description box as well, announcement videos, all of that. So I'm not sure I have a lot of Indigenous authors in my TBR, and I do know that there's an OwlCrate Jr book coming in. It's going to have an Indigenous author in it, so I will probably end up putting that on my TBR for IndigAthon, but that is all month long, and I will link the Twitter down in the description box as well. And finally, there is also the Gilmore Readathon, which is running from the 15th to the 22nd, and that's been hosted by Desi at Darling Desi, Liv from Liv's Library, and Mackenzie from Mackenzie Lane. So I'm excited to take part in that again. They did it last year in October. They're doing it for a week this year, and I'm looking forward to the vlog ideas I will get for it. I've almost finished Gilmore Girls. I've been watching it for the last year. On the last few episodes of season 6. Okay, anyway, back into Play Your TBR, right? Okay, roll the VT.
You're watching Play Your TBR, right? Yep, that's unoriginal.
So as I mentioned earlier about Play Your TBR, right, it is a card game that I play. I have added some new rules. So I'm giving myself 1 life throughout the entire game, and I can choose when to use that life. So if I lose a round, and I really wanted to read that book that I lost at, then I can use that life, but that means I won't get to use it again. Or if I do lose a round and I know that there's, you know, a round coming up where there's a book that I really want to read, then I can save that life for later. So that is like, I think that's the only new rule that I've incorporated, to be honest. I just need a life. Okay, this is such a hard game and I lose so many times. I have also been counting the wins and losses that I've been having since I started this game back in July. And when I get to 20 overall losses, then I have to do an ultimate punishment. If I get to 20 ultimate wins, then I get to wipe the slate clean and start from scratch again. So far we are on 15 losses and 12 wins. So far the losses are winning. So we need to change that ASAP. There's also a new addition to this game as well. I play a live version of this with my patrons. We played it last night. We did 4 rounds of it. I will show you the clips. It was madness. It was madness.
So for mystery, because it's Believathon, for mystery, I want to read The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane by Julia Noble. That's a book I want to read, but I'm stuck on what not to read is the thing. So you guys, it has to be something that just will not fit. Yeah. Final Empire. Oh my God. LaRue. Final Empire. Final Empire. Final Empire. Final Empire. LaRue. Final Empire. That's the book I don't want to read. So if I lose this round, this is the first prompt for Believathon though. This is the first prompt. If I don't get to read the mystery prompt, I don't get the key for the mana. How the hell am I going to get inside this goddamn mana? I need the key. I can't get in the mana without the key. First card. What our starting card is? A king. Oh my God, that's so high. Are you guys going to make me go higher or lower? If you guys say higher, I swear to God. Right, a lot of people are saying lower. Right, lower than a king is a 10. Oof. It's not that much lower. You know what? This is nice. I don't have to like think about this now. You guys can do it for me. Okay, Nina's saying higher. Everyone else I think is saying lower. Oh, everyone's saying lower. What if this is a jack? Yeah, lower. Victoria higher. Lower. Sinead's thinking higher. Ooh, Ashley's also saying higher. Okay, majority says lower though. So I'll go lower. Oh God, I knew it. I knew it. Why does this always happen? Why does this always happen? Yeah, I get to read the Final Empire. I'm not getting in this mana. I'm not doing Believathon. Guys, I'm not doing Believathon. Okay, so that was the first round and it went terribly. Thank you very much. I hope you guys had fun though. Because that's it. I'm not letting you play again. No joke. So the next round, this one is a really anticipated book, guys. I want to read this so bad. Like, do not let me lose this round, please. This is to read a book written by an author from a different culture as you. And I want to read When the Sea Turned to Silver so bad. That's the one I want to read, okay? Don't let me lose it. Don't let me lose it. So for the book that I shouldn't read because it won't fit. Okay, shall we say Poppy War? I feel like a lot of people said Poppy War. Okay, so Poppy War. Okay, shuffling. And please don't let me lose this one, which I feel like is going to happen anyway. Oh, God. First card is a 6. Ooh, that's not a great start. That is not a great start at all. 6, higher or lower than a 6, or should I change it? Oh God, higher, lower, higher, higher, swap, higher, lower, change, higher. Okay, most people said higher. I can't look. I literally cannot look while I do this. So we're going to find out the exact same time. Have I got it? Right. So the card is... If this is not higher, I swear, this will be the first and last time we do this. Right, higher than a 6. It is. It's an 8. Oh my God, it's an 8. We did it. Higher or lower than an 8? Lower. Oh, higher again. Lower. Swap. Lower. Lower, higher. Lower. Swap. Lower. Ooh, it seems a little lower, higher. No, I think it's lower. So I'm gonna have to go lower. So lower than an 8. If this is all not middle grade on my November TBR, swear to God, lower than an 8. It is lower than an 8. Oh, it's a 1. It's a 1. Gosh, Yes. Oh my god, you guys. Higher or lower than a 1? So higher. Yeah, I see everyone's saying higher. So king. Oh my god, it's the highest. Higher or lower than a king? Higher or lower than a king? My wonder. It's a hard one, this one, isn't it? Higher. No, not higher. Let's go lower. Oh, it's a jack. Yes, but it means I won. It means we won. This is a shared celebration. We won. We won this together. So I am reading When the Sea Turned to Silver by Grace Lynn. Oh, thank you so much, guys. This is the one I really wanted to read. So I'm going to go for The Doom of the Haunted Opera by Brad Strickland and John Bellairs, 6th book in the Lewis Barneveld series. I've been reading this series for like a year now, and I was supposed to read this last year. And it's shorter, so like I want to get through it. I could get through this in a few hours. So after the Final Empire, I'm singing. Okay, so book I don't want to read. What's that one? Phantom of the Opera. Ooh, I do actually have Phantom of the Operas. Phantom of the Opera from Jamie as well. Nice, thanks for helping me pick that one, guys. But the first card is, for this one, a 5. It's a 5. So it's not exactly in the middle, but it's a little bit dangerous, isn't it? Ooh, we got swap, higher, swap, higher, higher, higher. Swap, higher, lower, swap, swap, higher, swap, lower. Swap, higher. I'll shuffle and then we'll swap it. What if it's like even worse? What if it's a 6? What if it's a 7? Okay, let's swap a 5 for a 4. Okay, not a huge difference. So higher, 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 higher than a 4, higher, higher, lower. Ooh, you rebel. Higher. Okay, I feel like higher is gonna win because it's like vast majority. Lower, higher. Okay, so higher than a 4 is. Victoria, I should listen to you. Oh, how quickly a game can fall apart. How quickly a game can fall apart. The book that I want to read, and this is for the book set in another world, is A Clock of Stars by Francesca Gibbons. I've been wanting to read this since January. Been on a couple Play-Doh TBR rights now, and I keep losing to this one. So I'm hoping you guys will bring me good luck. So that is the one I really want to read. Akamath, Akamath. No, Akawo. I keep forgetting myself. I'm up to Akawo. Yeah, Akawo again. Akawo again. Okay, let's do Akawo. Akawo 1. Okay, right. Let's start this round. I hope you guys are ready. Right, let's start with this. So it's Akawo if I lose. Oh crap, I've dropped it. But it is a 10. The starting card is a 10. Higher or lower than a 10. The lower. Oh crap. Lower. Okay. You guys are saying lower. Remember what happened before? We had a 10. We said low. Yeah, we said lower, and it turned out to be a jack. Do you guys remember that? Or did that conveniently slip everybody's mind? You guys are trying to make me lose, aren't you? You guys are trying to make me lose. Okay, it's lower. I'm going to have to go lower because it's majority. So, okay, lower than a 10. Lower than a 10. I'm going to drag this out. Lower than a 10. 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 Oh my god. Okay, it's a 4. It's a 4. Okay, that's fine. Higher or lower than a 4? Oh, gee, higher. Higher. Lower. Ooh. But Victoria said, oh yeah, remember this? When it was a 4 before, and it turned out to be an ace, and Victoria got it right, but she said lower. But again, it has to be higher, because that's the majority. We'll have to go higher than a 4. Higher than a 4. Oh god, I'm literally about to drop all of these cards. Higher than a 4. Higher than a 4. Higher than a 4. Higher than a 4. It is. Oh! So, Ashley, why are you laughing so loud? Becca, why are you laughing so long? Why are you laughing?
So after that disaster of a live for Play Your TBR, right, I am now on 18 losses and 13 wins. So, I mean, I did try and get an all middle grade TBR for November for Believathon, but that didn't happen. So the first book I have to read now is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. The first book in Mistborn. I cannot tell you what it's about, really. It's one of those epic fantasy books that everybody loves. Well, Becca loves it the most. I was supposed to read this back in June. She bought me this to read it back in June. And I've seen great things about it, but at the same time, it's intimidating. It's so intimidating. I do get to read When the Sea Turned to Silver by Grace Lin. This is all to do with Chinese mythology, and some of it Grace Lin makes up herself. Some of it she uses traditional Chinese mythology to weave into her original tales, and I absolutely love Where the Mountain Meets the Moon, which is her first book. But I'm so excited to read this one. I'm anticipating this one, so I'm really glad I'm getting to read this one. I have to read The Phantom of the Opera by Gaston Leroux. This isn't all The Phantom of the Opera. I think it's the last 200 pages in this edition. But yeah, Phantom of the Opera, I love the musical. So all my knowledge of Phantom of the Opera is from the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. So I don't know if it's the same or different, but we'll see. And then also A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas, which I was supposed to read a couple of months ago for Becca's Bookathon, but that didn't happen. And I'm actually reading this for Madison Mary's kind of ACOTAR-A-LONG, and I'm going to be the live show for ACOTAR, and that's going to be in January. So I was kind of hoping to read this in December, so it'll be more fresh in my mind. So yeah, that's 3 adult books and 1 middle grade on my TBR already. God, I'm not even going to get a chance to participate in my own Believathon, am I? When I play your TBR right now, do shout out higher or lower, at home, play along. The book that I really want to read is Lolani of the Distant Sea by Erin and Trotter Kelly, and this one, I'm not too sure what it's about, but it is about a girl who lives in San Legita, and it just looks so fantastic. I love the cover for it. The book I don't really want to read, but kind of do, but kind of don't, is Inkheart by Cornelia Funke, and this one it's chunky, like for a middle grade book. It's like 550 pages of this, which after 2 chunky young adult and adult books there, so I don't want to get a chunky middle grade on there either, but that's the one I kind of don't want to read. But this one follows a girl whose dad can bring stories to life through storytelling, I think. So it's a classic now, I think. The cards have been shuffled. The starting card is a 2, very nice and low, but obviously that could be an ace, it could be a 1. Ace is a 1 in my game, by the way, and the king is the highest card. Whew, right. 2, so I'm going to say higher. Queen, oh, nice and high. Lower. 9, oh my god, right. It gets a little bit trickier now, because that could still be a high card. That could be a high card still. Oh, but obviously, it's more likely to be lower, but see, this is why it's a really hard game. I still have my life. I don't think I'd use it on this round if I get it wrong. I'm going to say lower. Fuck! I hate these cards so much. I need better cards. It's probably going to be fantastic. I've heard great things about it. But it's so big. I just want a smaller read. Yeah, so we are now at 19 losses and 13 wins. I'm going to lose this next round, aren't I? The next round is between The Ghost of Goswater by Lucy Strange. This one is set in the Lake District in the late 1800s, and I live not too far from the Lake District, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous place. And this one follows a young girl who she used to live in this big manor, but she gets sent to live in a small cottage with a man who claims to be her father, and then at the stroke of midnight, this girl slips through time. This like ghosty girl slips through time. It sounds really ominous and mysterious. It sounds fantastic. The book I don't want to read because it's an adult book is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.A. Schwab. Of course I want to read it. It's hyped up for me. I want to read it so badly. I like V.A. Schwab. I like her writing. But I do not want to add another adult book to my Believathon TBR. I think this follows Addie, who makes a deal with the devil or something, and she ends up becoming invisible to everyone. And then one day, like 300 years later, a man remembers her, and I think it kickstarts this thing. I don't know. I've explained that really well. My most anticipated is the next round, so I don't want to use my life on this. I just don't want to put it in my Believathon TBR because it won't fit. You're not supposed to read adult books for Believathon. Okay, cards have been shuffled. My fate has been sealed. We are starting with a 5. Oh, I don't like that card, guys. I don't like that card at all. But do I want to swap it this early in the game? is the question. What do you say, guys? Do you think I should swap it? Oh, God. Oh, I hate this. If it's a 5, 6, or a 7, those are the cards I usually hate. In fact, if it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, even a 9, every now and then, hate. Only like it when they're an ace or a king. I might swap it, yeah. Right, let's swap it. We are swapping the card for a 1. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I want to see. Okay, so if I'd went higher, I'm going to go higher, but let's say if going higher would have helped anyway. 5, 9, so yeah. Well, my gut instinct before did say higher. Just like right now, it's kind of saying higher again because that's what seems to happen a lot. I seem to say lower, and then it ends up being quite a high card. Because obviously my shuffling is shit. Oh God, I cannot put another adult book on my TBR. I do not want to use my life on this round. I do not want to use my life on this round. Oh God. But, oh God, if I say higher and it's lower, I'll be kicking myself. I say this every single month. This happens every single month. I hate it here. I really do. I hate it here. I'm going to say lower because it's just the odds, isn't it? It's just the odds. I do. I'm going to say lower. Oh, okay, it's a 4. It's a 4. Higher or lower than 4. I'll say higher, but it's probably going to be a 3, 2, or a 1. Just you watch. Higher. Oh, fucking dead. Okay. Jack, so that's quite high. It could be a queen or a king in the last one. It could be a king or a queen in the last one. But I'm going to say lower. I feel like that's a smart thing to do. I'm going to say lower. Oh, get in. Oh, I've won a round. I've delayed the inevitable. We all know I'm going to lose another round, right? So we're definitely going to do that big punishment next month, but still. So guys, this is the round where I have to win because this next book is one of my most anticipated 2021 releases, and I feel so lucky to have a proof copy of it, and that is Amari and the Night Brothers by Baby Alston. And when I say I'm excited for this book, I mean it. I'm so excited for this book. I'm so hype. And this one, it follows Amari. I don't know too much about it, but it does follow Amari. And her brother goes missing. And one day she finds a ticking briefcase in his room. And inside is a nomination for her to go to the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. Apparently there's like mermaids and yetis and all of that kind of stuff in here. And it just sounds so fantastic. Let me tell you, it sounds fantastic. And Universal Pictures has already optioned the film rights for this book as well. So this could be like a huge middle grade, and I really do. I feel it in my bones that it will be. So I need to read this book so much. I'm hype. I need to read this. Now this is the round where I will use a life. If I lose. This is the one. This is the Believathon one for me. I need to read it. So this is going on this side because I want to read it so much. And then the books that I don't want to read, oh God, if I lose this round, honestly. I'm going to read the final 3 Series Unfortunate Events books that I need to read. So I'm either reading 3 books or 1 book, and I cannot put too much on my TBR. I will not have time. I have been reading the Series of Unfortunate Events books for, the first time since March 2019. I've been reading them since then. I've been reading I tried to read 1 a month, forgot for a year, and I'm kind of trying to get back into them. So I need to read the final 3 in that series. So I do need to read these, but I don't want to read these over Amari and the Night Brothers. No thanks. No, I'll put one of these over there to represent all of them. Please be kind to me. Where did I put the cards? Where did I put the cards? Oh, please, seriously, I will do anything. I will do. This is the reason why I gave myself a life. Oh God, I need to read Amari. I need to read Amari. I'm shuffling just a little bit longer because I need this to go my way. Let's do this round. Starting card is an 8. I do not like that. I do not like that card. I've been starting off with some pretty good ones, apart from that 5 in the last one. I'm swapping it already. Could you see me? Was I in the shot there? I don't know. Right, I'm changing the 8. I'm already using the swap. I'm using the swap. already. Oh, this is going to be a terrible round in it. I'm definitely going to have to use a life in this round. Okay, the 8 is being turned into a 3. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, I'm going to say higher than a 3. Jack, oh my god, yes, lower. Lower than a jack. Queen, no, fuck you. Okay, fuck you. This is exactly what I mean. This is what this game does to me. This is what this game does to me. Every single time. Every single time. There was a chance of 2 over a chance of like 10. And it happens, doesn't it? I'm using my life. And I'm sorry. I know that it's not cheating because it's my game. And plus, you know, I only get 1 life. I'm using my 1 life in this entire game. I have 2 more rounds to go. And honestly, I'm still scared. I'm still using my life, okay? So, because I'm staying lower than a queen. If this is a king, I swear. Please, lower. 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 2. Oh my god, yes, please. If that's an ace. If that's an ace. But I'm saying higher than a 2. I'm saying higher than a 2. But if that's an ace. If that is an ace. If you are an ace. I'm burning that card. I'm burning that 1 card. If that is an ace. But I'm saying higher. I'm saying higher than a 2. 7. Oh my god, yes! Yes, I get to read Amari. I had to use a swap and a life to win that round. This is what I mean. I had to use 2 lifelines in 1 round just to read the book I want to read. Oh, yes, I get to read Amari. So that's all good. So the next round, the book I do want to read is The Forest of Moon and Sword by Amy Raphael. This also comes out in January. Did I mention Amari and the Night Brothers comes out January 19th in the UK? And the 21st in America, I think. Let me double check. Okay, it comes out on the 19th in America and the 21st in the UK. That is Amari and the Night Brothers. This one comes out on January 7th. All I really know about it, I'm reading off the back here. One girl's fierce journey to save her mother from the fate of the witch trials with only nature to guide her way. Really excited. I love anything to do with the witch trials. This sounds like such a fantastic fantasy. And it's not too long as well, so I need like shorter books on this TBR, let me tell you. On the side where I don't really want to read, and I don't know why I'm doing this to myself really, if I lose this round, I have to read 7 worst witch novels. Now, I absolutely loved the first few worst witch books. I grew up on them, absolutely loved them. I don't think I ever got to the last 4, I think because some of them were published not too long ago. So yeah, I will end up having to read 7 worst witch novels if I lose this round and add, you know, +7 to the TBR. I'll put this one on this side to represent all of them. So, God. 19 losses. So if I lose this round as well, big huge punishment in December. Play the game. Cards are shuffled. Right, starting card is a jack. Nice. We're going to say lower than a jack. Oh wait, yes we are. A 1. Oh my god, that's perfect. Higher. Higher than a 1. 5. Ooh. I really need to think about this. You know, I automatically want to say higher, but I feel like that could do me dirty. Swap. Let us swap. Let us swap. Let us swap. Don't want that card anymore. Use the swap. Use the swap. I don't want to play this game anymore. So swapping the 5 for a 10. Oh god. Well, it's better I guess, but now I want to say lower. Imagine if this is a queen, a king, a jack, a king. Did I always say that? Okay. I don't have a life anymore either, for God's sakes. Oh gosh. Oh, now I want to say lower. Should I say lower? I was going to say higher before, but now should I say lower? I don't want to be kicking myself here. Lower. I'm going to say lower than a 10. Lower than a 10 is... Oh! 4. Okay, perfect. It's still not guaranteed. It's still not guaranteed to be higher, but I want to say higher. Okay, I'm just gonna. I'll put myself out of my misery and just say higher. I'll just say higher, and then if I've lost, guys, okay, higher than a 4. Higher than a 4. Yes. Oh gosh. Oh, the cards have been in my favour. I don't want to jinx that now, actually. Shit. But yes, I get to read The Forest of Moon and Sword by Amy Raphael. Right, it is all riding on this round now. We are at 19 losses and 16 wins. Okay, the book that I do want to read is The Legend of Pumpkin Warrior by Kieran Lawwood. I really desperately want to read this one. It just sounds so incredible and magical and phenomenal. But I do know it's like a warren of rabbits, and it's also part of a series called the Five Realms series, I think. Podkin is son of Lopkin, chieftain of the Munbury Warren. The warren is attacked by the Gorm, the most terrifying threat to rabbit kind. Podkin has to step up, and so a leader is born. I cannot wait. I love the look of all of the books. I don't know what it is about it, but I'm just so drawn to this series and I just really want to read it. And then if I lose, I have to read the 7 Roald Dahl novels that I haven't managed to get to since my Roald Dahl reread last year. Again, like, what is it when we doing all these rereads and they're not seeing them all the way through? So I still have 7 books left of Roald Dahl to read, and then I've read everything. So that's The BFG, Billy and the Minpins, Boy, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, Danny the Champion of the World, Going Solo, and James and the Giant Peach. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Roald Dahl's books. I find most of them problematic and have not aged well. I remember loving all of them as a kid, and now rereading some of them have just been god-awful. Some of them, like Matilda and the Witches, I still love, but I do recognise there are some things in that are just not good messages for kids, really. So as you can see, if I lose, not only do I have to read 7 Roald Dahl novels and add 7 books on my TBR in November, I also have to do the ultimate punishment. Now, before I get to this round, I will show you what that punishment is. Now, as you guys know, my game is based off Play Your Cards Right, which is a British game show. The final round, the final stage of Play Your Cards Right, I am using that for the punishment pyramid. This is what this is going to be. So, for the punishment pyramid, I have to get all the way to the top in order to not read the big punishment book. And for that, I'm going to leave it up to my patrons to decide. But so far, things like Les Miserables by Victor Hugo has been mentioned. And that is like, what if an 80-hour audiobook? That's like thousands of pages long. That has been discussed. So there's going to be a huge, huge, huge book at the end of the punishment pyramid. But this is how it's going to go. It's going to be 5 cards on the bottom. 4 cards above, and then 3 cards, and then 2 cards, finally the last card. I have to get from there to there, there to there, there to there, there to there, and there. I have 3 lives, 3 swaps. I do not want to lose this. So I'm going to get the biggest punishment book ever. I literally have to turn the cards over, guess, higher or lower, in all of these cards. That's 15 cards. So that is the punishment pyramid. If I lose this next round, this is what I'm going to have to do in my December TBR. So if you guys want stakes, you've got them. Would you like a rare, medium, or well done? Now you can understand why I am shitting myself. Because I cannot lose this round. Right, let's go. I don't want to read all of those Roald Dahl books either. That's a lot of Roald Dahl books. They're not even his shortest books either. They're his novels. Why can't I have left, you know, The Enormous Crocodile or The Magic Finger or something? The first card is a 5. God damn it. God damn it, let's swap. Oh, why do I have to start off with a 5 for? Haven't I gotten rid of you yet? Are you two still living? Oh, God. Right, swapping the 5 for... 4. Fuck. Okay. For God's sake. I just want the lowest number possible, man. Okay. Higher or lower than a 4? Higher or lower than a 4? Higher or lower than a 4? I'm going to say higher or lower than a 4. Higher or lower than a 4. Higher or lower than a 4. I'm going to say higher. Oh, I'm going to say higher. I'm going to live lift it higher. Yes! Oh, get in. King. It is a king, which is the highest card. Oh, I didn't even have to swap that really, because I would have said higher anyway for the 5. Never mind. Lower than a king. 3. Oh god. Oh, I don't want to say anything and jinx it. Oh, I don't want to jinx it. Well, higher. But it's going to be a 2, isn't it? It's going to be an ace. I'm going to say higher. Still. Oh, yeah, I do. Higher than a 3. Ah! Fuck! Oh, I knew it! I knew it! No! Oh, no! Oh! Oh, no! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh! Oh, man. Oh, that was going so well. I knew, didn't I? Didn't I say it would be a 2 or an ace? Didn't I say it? And I still went higher. Looks like I'm reading the biggest book of my life in December. Okay, I think the shock has worn off. Oh, God. Oh, I really wanted to read this as well. I did not want to read 7 Roald Dahl books in frickin' hell. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. This is supposed to be a fun November because it's my Believathon. Oh, at least I still get to read Amari though. Oh, but still. Oh my god. Oh my god. Considering the last 2 months I've been really slumpy, this is not good. This is really not good. These are all the books that I now need to read in November. So, Play-O TBR is getting abolished in 2021, just saying. So yeah, these are all the books that I now have to read, and not all of them I'm going to film Believathon. And I hope to see you in the December Play-O TBR, where I do the punishment pyramid. And... for God's sake. Why did I do that to myself? I didn't have to tell you what I was going to do. So yeah, I think next month is going to be... Oh, it's supposed to be Christmas as well. I'm praying for a Christmas miracle, I tell you. This is apt for me. You know, past few months have been shit, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Play-O TBR, doesn't care. So yeah, that was November's Play-O TBR. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment, or leave multiple comments if you want screaming. But anyway, yes, please leave comments. And yeah, I can't wait to chat to you guys down below. And hopefully I will see you in the next video, and hopefully I will see you in the December TBR for the Punishment Pyramid. Bye! Ha 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 ha.